What if I told you the reason you're struggling to scale your agency isn't because of your close rate, your offer, or even how many calls you're booking? For context, at the age of 19, I scaled my agency past 30K a month and have helped dozens of other agency owners scale using paid ads. And here's the cold hard truth. Most businesses don't have a lead problem, they have a trust problem. Show rates are through the floor, and prospects who do show are coming to sales calls cold, skeptical, and uneducated because nobody is nurturing them between the moment that they book and the moment that they join the Zoom call. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact pre-call email sequence that we use to internally warm up prospects, pre-handle objections, and increase both show rates and lead quality before the call even starts. Now, just a quick heads up, this video was previously a resource only available to my team and students, but you're getting it here for absolutely free. So my only ask is that you, number one, like this video and share it with another agency owner that you know it can help. And if you want the full SOP and framework for this sequence, just follow me on Instagram and DM me emails and I'll send it right over. In this video, I'm going to be going over our pre-call email automations after someone books an appointment. So that said, let's dive in. As soon as someone books an appointment, you're going to trigger this workflow, which starts out with waiting 24 hours, aka a day, before the appointment. And that is when we're going to send our basic email reminder. Now, keep in mind, there are two email sequences that are going to be sent out simultaneously when someone books an appointment. And I'll walk you through both of them here. Now, first one is going to be generic email reminders. Now, yes, you heard that right, generic. And we want it to seem generic and automated. And that's for a specific reason, and I'll show you in a minute. But that said, the first email is going to be a day out. So first things first, when it comes to the subject line, super simple, appointment reminder, 24 hours away, right? And literally, this is the exact email that we send out. Super templated, super like automated, right? And we even mention it's an automated reminder. So you can read it right here. This is the exact email template, just a friendly automated reminder that you have an appointment with us in 24 hours. Your appointment is on, and then you put the appointment time. You could join the meeting using this link, and then we want them to have the link. Keep in mind, we want them to always have the link. That way they don't struggle to find it, especially local business owners, contractors, real estate agents. They're not the most tech savvy. So we want to make it very, very clear where the link is, right? And then we want to get them a little bit hyped for the call. So we're excited to showcase how our XYZ system can help you XYZ benefit, right? Best regards, and literally say the bot version of James, right? So once again, very automated. Then from here, you want to have all of the different calendars so that they can always add it to their calendar. Once again, we want to decrease friction for them to have the link and also add it to their calendar. Show rates with people who add the appointment to their calendar are much, much higher. So that's what that looks like, right? That's 24 hours before. Then we'll wait an hour before. So very simply put, in Go High Level, you do a wait step, right? Wait for event/appointment time, and then wait 1 hour before. Very simple. And then right here, literally same exact thing. We literally duplicate that email and just say, instead of 24 hours away, it's your appointment is an hour away, right? Very simple. Same headline, all of that. Then lastly, 10 minutes before the appointment, we're then going to send one last appointment reminder. And this one says, join now, right? Contact names, Zoom meeting link. So join now, James's Zoom meeting link, right? And then here, this isn't one of the automated looking ones. This actually looks kind of personalized, right? And once again, when the other ones are super automated, this looks a lot more like it was actually sent manually to them because we want them to feel that little bit of commitment that it's like, okay, James is on the meeting, right? Hey, name, our meeting is about to start. Here's the link. Looking forward to speaking with you. James. Super simple, right? And we want that to look like it's a little bit more personalized. That way, once again, it's like, shoot, James is in the meeting. I better join up. So that is the first sequence. Super, super simple. There are 3 emails, 24 hours before, 1 hour before, 10 minutes before. Very generic, very simple. These are just to keep the appointment reminder there and make sure that they know there is an appointment. Now, getting to the more intricate email workflow, post-appointment being booked, that is going to be our post-call booked hammer them sequence. So keep in mind, I did not make up the name hammer them. That is from Jeremy Haynes, all credit to him. But essentially the purpose of this sequence is going to be to do a couple things. Number one, to nurture these leads, to get them excited for the call, to show social proof, to get them bought in on your specific system. And then on top of that, also to provide value and make sure they watch the VSL. So that said, right, as soon as they book the appointment, that's when this gets triggered. And with this one, as you can see, there's no wait steps for an appointment or before the appointment. This will just get triggered, right? 2 minutes after the appointment gets booked, 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 4 hours, right? As you can see, there's a lot of emails as well. And what that means is if someone books, let's say, an appointment for tomorrow versus an appointment in 3 days, right? The person who books it 3 days out is going to get a lot more emails, and that is okay, right? Especially if they're booked out further. We want to do more nurturing, more selling, because in general, the further away an appointment is, the lower show rates are. So having more content to get them pre-sold and nurtured is very, very key. So that said, on the tech side of things, once again, it's a very simple wait step. After this initial 2-minute one, it's 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, and then we go into 4-hour increments, right? So initially we're sending roughly, I think this is like 4 emails a day for the first like day or two, and then we go into 3 emails a day. And I know it seems like a lot, but keep in mind, we want to put as much possible education and touch points with a prospect before the appointment as possible. And on top of that, in the settings, one thing to do to keep in mind is you do want to set a time window. This time window is going to be a 12-hour window, right? So whether it's from 6 to 6, 8 to 8, whatever it may be, we want a 12-hour time window so that when we have emails that are 3 hours apart, it's not sending 8 emails a day over 24 hours. It's sending 4 emails a day at over 12 hours. Right? And then once we get to 4 hours wait step, that's when it is 3 emails a day, 4 hours apart. So that said, let's get into the actual contents of the email. Now, the first email, this is the most important one. This is where we want to get them hyped for the appointment, get them to confirm the call, and also get them to watch the VSL. So we really want to sell the VSL here, right? So here the subject line is important, because it's very important. Then their name, strategy session, or demo call, or whatever you label your appointment, right? So James's strategy session, what to expect, an exclusive video inside, right? So we're making it clear, like this is some expectations, and then also an exclusive video. What's this exclusive video? This is strictly for curiosity, and that's going to be our VSL. So inside the actual email, you can see this is how it's broken down. Now, I'm going to have a different video going down into the actual copywriting. So feel free to screenshot this, right? Replicate it for your own offer, own niche, whatever it may be. But I'll just kind of go through it real quick here. So first we start with their name. If you're reading this, that means you're an XYZ ICP, right? So realtor, contractor, roofer, whatever it may be, who just booked a call with me because you want to get XYZ outcome. Maybe and then here we want to put some other solutions that they might have tried, right? So you're using Angie's List or Zillow or another lead gen agency, whatever it may be, but you've noticed XYZ problem isn't cutting it, right? So you're not getting enough leads, you're not getting enough appointments, they're not quality enough, right? In our case with real estate agents, lead quality was one of the biggest problems, right? So then we want to really dig into that pain. Hundreds of leads, but lots of, who are you? Why are you calling me? I don't remember clicking on the ad. Once again, you want to customize this to your niche's biggest pain point, right? And really, really dig. That might be financial qualification for them. But in our case, once again, it's a lot of lead quality. So the list goes on. That doesn't have to be the case though. I've actually put something special for you together before our call. It's a no fluff, straight to the point video where I break down our entire process. We're talking the exact ads, funnels, and strategies we're using right now to generate exclusive high quality leads and appointments for our clients. Click here to watch this video now. And this is my VSL that I used for these real estate agents. And I'll show you that real quick. So this right here is that video. It's called How I Actually Get High Quality Real Estate Leads. It is on the channel James Nieves Real Estate. So if you want to just look that up, you will be able to check out the video, see how it's done. But that is my pre-call video. And then from there, right, I say, and why am I even sharing this before a call? It's because I believe in transparency and real value. I don't gatekeep anything here. I actually show you our XYZ that we use to get XYZ result. Right? Really, really, really sell them on watching that VSL, right? I've literally had people like reply to this email and be like, literally like, this is what I've been looking for, all this stuff, because I'm speaking to their pain points, right? And also to their desires. And the video is essentially that bridge. And once again, if you actually make a good VSL, you will get amazing, amazing reception to it. You'll get amazing comments. And most importantly, your show rates and close rates will go through the roof. And then after that, then I go over some basic reminders and expectations for the call, right? It's not a phone call. It's going to be on Zoom, be on a computer in a quiet place, right? Check your schedule, make sure that you're available, right? And we can't reschedule no-shows. So if something comes up, reschedule, and then we send them the reschedule link. And then remind them one more time to watch the video. So keep in mind, that is the first and most important email that gets sent out right after they book the call. Once again, very, very important when it comes to that nurturing aspect. Now, 3 hours after that appointment, or after that email gets sent out, we'll then send them an email labeled what you just applied for. And this is what it looks like, right? James here, I just received your application for Visionized Marketing, and we'll be reviewing it on our call together. In the meantime, I wanted to share a little bit more about us. And this is where we now educate them on your company, right? What you do, and then also throw in some social proof here, right? This was our client, Alex, right? If you want to see exactly how the system works, just click here. Once again, redirecting them to YouTube. Long form YouTube content is going to be so key. And initially, it's just going to be one main VSL, but over time, you'll build a ton of assets, which are going to be crucial to making sure that your show rates and close rates are as high as possible. And once again, we have people educated. The thing is you do not want people coming to the call, not knowing what you do, not knowing who you are, never hearing of your company, and then them saying, oh, I need to research you a little bit more, right? We're telling them, hey, like, I'm giving you some more info about us at Visionized Marketing. I'm doing the research for you, essentially. We're showing you that the system works through social proof. We're showing you how it works through content, right? And we hype them up for the call again. And then at the bottom, have another YouTube video. This is different than the VSL. This is specifically on lead quality. So once again, getting them to consume as much content as possible and putting as much social proof as possible. Now, from here, right, we're going to go on to email 3. This is a pure social proof focused email. How this realtor turned $1K into $10,000 in GCI. And this is what that email actually looks like. Feel free once again to pause, screenshot, replicate it. This is, once again, really emphasizing social proof that our system works, right? And then also some value down here. Then 3 hours later, we are pre-handling an objection. Now, this is super key, is within your emails, right? I do it at email 4. You want to take their biggest objection to what you do. So if you run Facebook ads, right? A lot of people have burned by Facebook ads, right? So here, I literally call it to that. Burned by Facebook ads? Read this. Click-through rates are insane on that headline. But that said, right here, I talk to their pain points. I let them know that I understand them, right? So right here, if you've ever run Facebook ads or worked with a company, you've probably gotten a couple leads. However, I'll take a wild guess and say the quality was questionable at times. Lots of tire kickers, and then here's where you essentially just dig into the pain point, right? And then I present our new way, why we're different. What if I told you I've found a way to not only fix this lead quality issue, but actually prevent any tire kickers from entering your pipeline, right? That way you're only talking with the most qualified leads. Now, what is this magic lead quality secret? You may ask. It's called conditional logic. And I just made a completely free video breaking it down. And then once again, this is directing them to a long form video, which basically pre-handles the objection that, oh, Facebook ads don't work, Facebook ads are low quality, all of that, right? Once again, pre-handling that objection. So there's that one. Then 4 hours later, we'll send one talking about referrals, right? Referrals is another thing that a lot of real estate agents have a very strong belief about. This is, once again, reframing that belief that they can't just rely on referrals, right? Once again, closing all the doors on alternatives so that the only solution to their problem is going to be your thing when they get on that sales call with you. So once again, feel free to screenshot and replicate that email, right? Then 4 hours later, we have another YouTube video touching on, this one's on AI. Now, this is an outdated AI agent. I don't use this anymore. It's very subpar compared to what we have going on at Agent Kong. But that said, once again, feel free to reference this email, really just selling them on watching that other YouTube video, even if, keep in mind, even if a video isn't directly correlated to your system, which in this case it was, right? It was an aspect of it. Getting them to consume content and see your face and get value from you does a lot when it comes to perceived authority, right? By the time they get on the sales call, if they've had multiple touch points, watched countless, whether minutes or hours of you, it will work wonders. Now, from here, there's a couple more emails. I'll just go through these quickly. This one right here was something we've actually tested out, sending them a 20-point audit quiz, right? And the actual purpose of this, I'll kind of show you real quick. So this is what that looked like. The actual purpose of this was to actually just make holes and gaps in their business very, very eminent to them, to where they realize how screwed up so many different things are. For reference, like, do you have a system to automatically follow up and book appointments with leads, or is it just manual, right? Things like that, to basically just like let them make them realize that there are a lot of holes in their business. Now, keep in mind that's something a little bit more advanced. You can skip over that one, in all honesty. But then email number 8, right? Why social media won't get you leads. This is another YouTube video. Once again, breaking the belief that organic social media works. Now, these work so well. These type of videos and emails, directing them to videos, to where I've literally had a prospect from this actual email and video specifically come on the sales call, and in the discovery process, I was asking her, like, hey, what are you doing when it comes to like lead generation? She's like, yeah, well, I'm posting organically on social media, but I saw your video and I know that's not what's going to get me leads, right? Like, she pre-handles her own objection because of my video pre-handling that objection, right? Or essentially throwing rocks at organic social media and reframing their belief and mindset to show them that paid ads is a much better way. So there's that one. Then email 9, 4 hours later, tried ads, right? I tried running ads, but the leads were terrible. That's the subject line. Very clickable if you've tried running ads and the lead quality was terrible. This video was essentially covering split testing. So this is strictly like a value-based video for them to consume, right? Consume, its position is very valuable. We have a free download link, all of that. This is for them to consume so that, once again, they see me as an authority, and also it indirectly shows them why, when they tried running ads in the past, whether it was with the company or themselves, they didn't work, right? That way, I'm not getting, oh yeah, but ads don't work, right? It's your ad system didn't work, right? Or their ad system didn't work, right? And ours is the solution. And then lastly, email number 10 was a video actually about KPIs. So not a super sexy topic, but once again, displaying authority and value that I know what I'm talking about. And at Visionized Marketing, we operate off of numbers, right? So once again, this is the email. But that said, that was our entire pre-call email nurturing sequence, starting out, once again, with the 3 basic 24 hours, 1 hour, and 10-minute reminders. But most importantly, post after an appointment is booked, hitting them with these value-based emails, throwing social proof, and throwing long-form content within here, so that by the time they get to the sales call, right, they aren't saying things like, who are you? What do you do? I don't know nothing about your company. I want to do more research. I want to look at your website, this and that. We just front load all of that. So they know it works. They know how it works. They know what we do, how we do it. That way they are much more likely to not just show, but also close. So that said, that covers all of the emails.